dear students, today we are going to be learning Part C programs. In Part C first program, let us see what is the Part C first program. Okay, so write a program to enter the information of n students like name, register number, marks in 3 subjects into an array of structure and display grade for each student. Okay, so here it has given we have to enter n student information like name, register number, marks in 3 subjects in array of structure and display the grade. So we have to calculate the grade of each student. Okay, so for this we have written this header file as include stdio.h, as include conio.h. Next I am defining the structure. So struct is a keyword and then student is the name of the structure. In the student we are defining the data members as, please observe in the question whatever they have asked we are defining int register number. So I have declared register number as an integer and character name of 10. So character array variable, to read the name of a student we have to declare the character array variable name, character array as a variable, and marks in 3 subject as a int m1, m2, m3, and here it comes the end of structure. Okay, now also it is the concept of array of structures. Please observe here array of structure. Now I am starting from void main function. In the void main function I am declaring the structure variable. Please observe here carefully. Struct is a keyword, student is the name of the structure, s of 10. S of 10 is the array of structure variable. So what it is? It is array of structure variable. Okay, so array of structure variable. Got it? I can frequently store 10 student information. If I want to store 100 student information, then I have to make this size as 100. Okay, afterwards we have to calculate some information. We have to calculate the grade. If you want to calculate the grade, we have to identify the total and average. Okay, for that we are declaring the variable int n. N is to store n student information. If you are getting a I means compulsory a looping statement is excess. We have to calculate the total and we have to calculate the average. Average will be in floating point, that is why we have declared average as float. Okay, after the variable declarations we are giving clear screen function. Now we are writing one output statement printf. It is displaying the output as it is, and I am writing one more output statement printf function. Enter the number of students. Now we have to define how many student information we have to calculate. Okay, suppose if I give the n value, that is we have to read the value from the keyboard and we have to store in the n. Suppose if I give it as a 5, I can store, I have to read and store 5 student information. Afterwards we have to process it. Okay, yes, now I have entered value 5 from the keyboard. If you want to enter the value 5 from the keyboard, we have to use this scanf function. As we know, it is an input function. Now we are writing this for loop to read and store the values of 5 student information. Got it? For I is equal to 0, I less than 5 condition is true. It is entering into the block. It is first displaying one output statement, enter the register number. So we have to enter the register number from the keyboard and store in this location. Okay, so scanf means we have to read the value from the keyboard and store in this location. What is the location? S of 0. Now I am storing 101 in s of 0 dot register number variable. After that I am writing one more statement here. Please observe here f flush of stdin. So this is a built-in function. This is a built-in function which is used to clear the buffer, clear the memory or buffer of input device. Okay, yes, so that is the purpose of flush function. stdin means input memory. By using this flush, as we know what is a flush, flush means it clears, right? In the same sense it will clear the input buffer. Okay, and next we are writing one more output statement, enter the student name. So to read the value from the keyboard I am using the getAs function. s of 0 dot name. So whatever the value you are giving, it will be stored in s of 0 dot name. And enter the marks in 3 subject. We have to enter the 3 subject marks of first student, and we have to read it from the keyboard. For that we have taken %d %d ampersand s of I dot m1 ampersand s of I dot m2 ampersand s of I dot m3, s of 0 dot m1 mark, s of 0 dot m2 mark, s of 0 dot m3 mark. So you can read 3 subject marks. Afterwards, where the control will go? Control will go for I incrementation. Now I become 1 less than 3. You have to enter the second student information, that is register number, name and marks in 3 subject. And once again I will be incremented. I less than 5 condition is true. Once again you have to enter the third student information, and I will be incremented fourth student information, and I will be incremented fifth student information, and I will be incremented condition become false. Okay, afterwards we have to, till now we have read and store register number, student name, marks in 3 subjects of 5 students. Now I am displaying. While displaying we have to process some information, right? So first, printf function, it is an output function. It will display as it is roll number slash t, name slash t, m1 m2 m3 slash t. We have to calculate the total, average and grade. Okay, so slash t means the tab space. It is giving as a heading. Afterwards we are displaying the content with processing information. Okay, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, condition is true. If condition is true, first it is processing 0th student, means first student total marks in 3 subject. So s of 0 dot m1 plus s of 0 dot m2 plus s of 0 dot m3. Okay, afterwards we have to calculate the average total by 3.0. Here we are specifying 0.0 means because of float variable. Average is float variable. Afterwards we are displaying register number of a first student, register name of a first student, and marks in 3 subject. Okay, afterwards total in the total variable, average in average variable. So here for the average we have taken it as a float, %f. Okay, afterwards we have to display the grade, right? For calculating the grade we are writing this logic. If s of 0 dot m1 less than 35, s of 0 dot m2 less than 35, s of 0 dot m3 less than 35. If marks 1, marks 2, marks 3 is less than 35, it has to display the file. Else if average greater than or equal to 70, it has to display the distinction. Okay, if your average marks is greater than or equal to 70, it is in distinction. Else if average greater than 60, it is first class. Else if average greater than 50, it is a second class. Else if average greater than or equal to 35, third class. Else it is fail. Okay, so this is the logic. After that, whatever the grade we are getting, it will be displayed. Of 5 students. So this is your part C first program. If you observe here, we have taken here 2 students. It is asking for enter register number, name and marks. Register number, name and marks, it will display like. Okay, now we'll see the execution of part C first program. Okay, let me pc1.c. pc1.c means first program. Just a minute, let me edit. So this is our first program. Let me save it. And where to supposed to save? In Turbo C3. Turbo C3 pc1.c. Let me save it. Okay, now alt enter, open pc1.c. What happened? What is the name of our file? pc1.c, right? Does not store. Let me open once again. Let me save as in Turbo C3. Sorry, in bin we have to supposed to save, right? Yes, pc1.c. Okay, now let me open our file pc1.c. pc1.c. Let me close it. Let me once again open it. Yes, now it has opened, right? Okay, F5. So this is our program. Let me compile. Alt F9, run it, Control F9. Now it is asking for the student. I am entering 5 student information. Register number 101. Enter name of the student. Marks in 3 subject, 75, 85 and 95. And enter the register number. I am entering 102. Student name and marks 25, 35, 45. 103. Marks in 3 subject, 55, 67, 87. Register number 104. Student name 67, 77, 89. 105, 34, 55, 67. So if you enter here, it will display as it is your roll number as well as your name, marks in 3 subjects, total, average and your grade. Okay, so if you observe here 102 Naveen and Rakesh is failed. If you have observed, his marks in M1 and marks in M1 is less than 35, hence it is failed. Okay, so likewise you are going to be calculating your part C first program. Okay, let us see how it will be execute by pressing F7. So if you press the F7, it will come here. It will ask for the enter number of student. I am giving just as an 2, and we have to read and store 2 values. I am giving 1, and F7. It is asking for the name. I am giving some AAA, and marks in 3 subject, that is 45, 55 and 65. Okay, and once again it is asking for the register number. I'm giving it is a 2, and F7 for the name, it is BBB, and F7, and it is F. I'm giving 43, 24 and 45. Okay, now pressing the F7, it will process. So like the information is processing. Okay, and first student is a pass in second class, and second student, it is coming for the information, it is clearly gives as a fail. Okay, yes, likewise it will be evaluate. Hope you understand this concept. We will meet in the next class with another lab program. See you.